Hello, good evening, and welcome once again to another evening with... Is it me, or has it got hot in here all of a sudden? As soon as I click the record button, it's just gone sweltering. But there we go. We put up with it as much as we can. Probably be a shorter show again tonight, because we just got to go through a couple of weeks of gallery, because that's what we do. But I'm not alone. It's happened again. You know, I keep trying to avoid them, but they keep coming back. We've got Dan and Jeff have turned up again. So, you know, it's lovely that you come along, guys. Thank you very much for popping in.
Thanks for
I didn't get early enough for me to talk to them before the stream, but we can talk now. It's fine. Nobody's watching.
It's better now.
How you been? You're all doing okay?
Doing okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Good.
Going pretty good.
That's quick. Yep.
My place, the most exciting thing is that we finally have hot water back. We were without for about 2 weeks.
Oh, that's not pleasant.
Yeah, water heater died.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Not fun.
$500 later, we have our hot water back.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
You getting cooler temperatures there?
Working for a while.
You getting cooler temperatures there now, Dan?
It's starting to cool down a little bit, but you know, today was 88, so not by a whole lot.
Don't understand that.
It's
It sounds hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, considerably above room temperature comfort level. So,
yeah, but there's comfort level and there's comfort level in there. So you know,
about 30 degrees C.
That's hot. Yeah, that's a bit too hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying hello. Max says I need to post something in the gallery. Be right back. Yes, you've got time.
Hurry.
Yeah.
Even while we're looking at the gallery, there's still time to post in the gallery, and most of the time it catches up and puts it up in there.
Or just say something for a refresh.
I didn't put that in there. Last night's work.
Yeah.
I started watching that video just a little while ago. So, that came out really cool.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. The other one in the pack is going to be even nicer, but I shall do that another week.
Okay.
But yeah, it may have escaped notice, but I finished the X-wing as well.
Yep.
I'm not going to pick that up and show you because I can't lift the thing. It wouldn't fit in front of me in the camera. But yeah, there's a picture in the gallery of that. So yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
One thing you should get is a like the standard scale like X-wing for action figures, because those action figures are 1/18 scale.
They're about there, aren't they? Yeah.
And so the figure would look great with your X-wing, but just to show just how small and they made the toy version,
I have got
next
one
to it.
somewhere.
It would look like a smart car next to it.
Yeah, it's quite intriguing the difference in scales between the things. Yeah, I mean they did a Falcon for that, and that was wasn't 18th scale.
No, that's 143rd is the official. It's actually 148th.
The Gostini one is 143rd, but I mean Kenner that has
the
minifig people did one for the Falcon.
Oh yeah, that's that's really little.
Obviously nothing to scale because you could fit 2 characters in the cockpit. But only 2. You couldn't get 4.
Yeah, you couldn't fit like 4 in there.
Yeah. It was quite good. Ray's here.
Hey, Ray.
Good evening. Hi guys.
Hi,
good evening.
Ray.
He says, "Welcome. Good evening." So B3's here as well. I think I just flashed him up on the screen.
Hey, B3.
But everybody's here and chatting and things. Edward's just turned up as well. Evening, Chris, Jeff, Dan, and chat. There we go. Yes, so the gallery is still there. I'll put it on the bottom of the thing. Look, the gross group. Join that. Post your stuff up, and we'll have a look at it in a little while. This week, as I say, I've mostly been finishing that. I've got a pack of the Dodge Charger as well.
Oh.
So I've been working through. I managed to get them all filmed. I've got 3 or 4 more episodes to edit and upload and get going, but I've got like a week's worth of stuff in hand already every afternoon. So it's all coming together.
Good.
But I think this is the end of the bit where I'm going to be able to do it daily because obviously the X-Wing's finished, the Terminator's finished. I've got 5 part works on the go at the moment. There's the Iron Man, the Dodge, and the R2 from Fan Home, and the Enterprise and the XO1.
Yep.
From Eagle Moss, Hero Collector.
You've been busy.
Yeah, it's been great. I am loving doing them. It does obviously take time to build the part works, but the building part of it doesn't take very much time at all. I mean, one issue you can build often in like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If you just sit down and do it, depending on the issue. Some take longer than others, obviously, but the act of filming it and then editing it and uploading it and everything else obviously takes more time. But once it's there and scheduled to go up, so I think the one I uploaded just before I went live is due to go live on the 24th.
Okay.
So I'm 8 days ahead. So
I'm
even
interested
if I
in
don't
how
bother doing any more for a week, then I'm still okay.
Good.
You're going to start up that.
The only thing I'm
truck.
waiting on is the XO1. They've shipped another batch to me.
Excellent.
Good.
But it hasn't come yet. But then I've got nothing else. The 3 here, other ones, not the Hero Collector, the Fan Home ones, all sort of come at the end of the month and the beginning of the month. So not due any of them to be even shipped for a couple of weeks. So it's probably 3 weeks till they turn up.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to not run into a problem, but I'm going to have to call it a day on the daily releases when I get to the end of the daily releases, basically.
Completely understandable there.
So I might drop off and knock off the weekends. This weekend I'll definitely have them, but next weekend I might delay them till Monday and Tuesday, just to keep it going throughout the week.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
You know. I did change the release schedule to 4:30 in the afternoon over here, as opposed to 8:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah, you mentioned.
And a lot of people seem to not like it.
Oh, the move, the change.
Yeah.
Really?
I asked a while ago when would be a convenient time, and a lot of people said the morning. But YouTube had some analytics stats and stuff, and they say that most of my viewers don't watch in the morning. Most viewers off the channel and whatever watch late afternoon and the evening time, which makes sense for UK time. I mean, I wouldn't watch a video first thing in the morning because I'll be off doing stuff. But I've had a few people say, because I posted up and said, I have moved it, but this is why and everything. And people are saying, I used to watch it like over breakfast and stuff like that. So well, you can just have to watch the day before's.
I didn't know there was a difference with the analytics as to when you would post a video and when people would watch it. So,
well, they've got so many stats and graphs and things in the YouTube analytics thing. It's very, very confusing. But apparently, I mean, they all get the same number of views, give or take, whenever I release them. But apparently, it matters to YouTube how quickly you get the views. So if in the first 3 hours of me releasing a video it gets X number of views, then that's a good thing. If it so I want people to watch it as soon as it gets uploaded, basically.
Gotcha. Yes.
Because the more people that watch it sooner, the more YouTube like it, and the more YouTube are going to put it on their preferred lists or whatever, or pump it out to everybody or whatever they do to promote things.
Okay.
Which obviously is a good thing because that gets promoted, and then more people watch it, and then more people watch it, and then it gets promoted more. So
I wasn't aware of that. Now that I am, I'll certainly watch them as soon as I see them come up, or as quick as I can.
Yeah, I usually have been, because they pop in for me at like 3:30 in the morning, and well, with my hours, I'm up, so I see that and go, oh, okay, I'm not getting any calls. I can watch that now.
Yeah.
And you've seen my comments that pop in shortly after it posts.
Yeah, it's strange seeing the comments pop in, immediately. It's lovely, and people, even the comments coming back on my saying that I'm doing it later, people saying, I watch it every morning in the over breakfast and things. It's like people watch my stuff every morning. They make an effort to watch what I put up there. So that's just crazy to me. It just astounds me every time. The fact that I've got 4,000 odd subscribers astounds me every time.
Yeah.
I just don't, I wouldn't subscribe
closing in
to
on
me,
5K.
But let's see.
Good.
There's some posts chat come in. Lord Barkley is here as well. But everyone's saying everyone's okay. Athel's saying it's better to give money to publications rather than your local brewery. No hangovers to worry about. Or do you ever behind the door with a rolling pin when you stagger in half cut? Yeah, I've never been one for going down the pub anyway. So yeah. Jim had to say it's nice to know he's at home modelling, not down the pub wasting money.
Exactly.
Just at home wasting money.
Speaking of, D'Agostini just started releasing a new model. It's that green delivery truck. It's like a UK business. I'm not sure. I can't remember what it's called.
That thing's enormous.
And
Eddie Stobart. It's a national delivery firm basically.
Yeah.
But there are lots of them around on the roads and things.
Big.
For some reason, they've become an icon.
If the cab had been like a sleeper cab on there, with like the cab over sleeper type, I would be inclined to try and get my hands on it to repaint. But
repaint
as it
for
is,
what? You
Optimus Prime.
Excellent.
I haven't seen it. I've seen the adverts for it, but not really paid that much attention to it because it just doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
There's so many of these part works out and coming out and everything else that
it seems
you've got no
to be
chance of doing all of them anyway. But
Yeah.
a lot of them I wouldn't want to do anyway. I say that one's got no interest to me at all, even if I had a spare 3 meters.
For me,
to build the thing on.
that would be the interest, is doing a repaint or doing, I don't know, a post-apocalyptic version. It's like if I got the Charger you're doing, I would Mad Max the crap out of that thing.
Yeah,
and that would be my appeal.
As Fan Homer sending it to me, I feel a bit obliged to not mess it up too badly.
Yeah, of course.
But,
of course.
But
not that they're going to want it back or anything.
In that case, I would give it some weathering love, but still keep it nice.
The EXO, I'm going to do some weathering, but not heavily.
It deserves
it.
It looks
that
a little
car
bit
has
too
never
new.
been clean.
Looks better with a little dirt under the fingernails.
So I'll be doing a little bit, probably down the line. The X-Wing, I will be doing some more modifications and upgrades and things to
make it a little more even.
But I'm going to step away for a bit because it's just, I don't know, it sort of burnt me out a little bit because it's been 100 weeks. And
wow.
I'm happy to see the end of it.
Wow.
It's been great fun doing it, but it's been a while.
That's one I would love to get my hands on. But
Yeah. AJ says, Chris, what do you do with all the completed partworks? Do you have a display room? No. I've got an eyelash or something. That's
Well, it's almost
usually
as good.
problems, but no. The X-Wing is standing up on its tail engines just over there at the moment. The Terminator's looking at me from across the room over there.
Gotta be in
The old
center.
R2 is just down here next to the BB-8 that I built. The Falcon's on a table over there. They're just randomly spaced throughout where I can fit them. Ideally, yes, I will have some sort of display or something, but apart from anything else, the partwork things are just so big.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You really can't. I mean, get a cabinet to put on the wall, but you get one cabinet and it's filled with Terminator. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Done.
exactly. Some of these, they kind of have their own display needs. You know, my Ecto, whenever that gets done, I've already designated that we actually have an old our coffee table upstairs.
Oh, right, yeah.
We're going to replace that eventually, and that's going to wind up being my display table for the Ecto, because it's about the
nice.
same size as the display base, and the top like lifts up, and so I can store stuff underneath.
Yeah.
And so that'll be
the Exo comes with a
yes
cabinet thing, doesn't it?
Yes.
Which, judging by the size of it, is almost a coffee table on its own.
Yeah.
Must be.
So you can actually just put a couple of little feet on the bottom of the base.
You quite possibly could, except for the base is just a plastic one. So you want to put something more rigid underneath it. But yeah, if you put some sort of a supporting platform underneath and just raise it up, yeah, it could be its own display cabinet. And the nicer version of the Ecto will have a full like glass top over the top. Glass.
Yeah,
glass.
It's looking good. I have received notification of them shipping the next Exo 1, and today I got notification of the first add-on pack or bonus pack or whatever, the backpacks.
Oh, okay.
They're charging obviously extra, but there's a I can't remember what they call it now, but like a bonus thing of 2 backpacks and a behind-the-scenes magazine.
Yeah,
and then in a few weeks there's the other 2 backpacks and a ghost trap. So that'll be a nice
little proton
add-on bits just to dump into the back of the car.
Yeah, well, you get the whole the trolley in the back of it, the gurney that you can put the packs in.
They're designed to go onto that apparently. Yeah.
You know, the downside is that they, for some reason, unless they fix it, the wands don't attach to the side of the proton packs. You have to do something to modify it to. On mine, I'm probably gonna use magnets, but I haven't done my proton packs yet because I want to, of course, redo them and add lights and stuff.
I'll have a look and find out when I get them in a couple of weeks or next delivery or whenever, and next month. Have
you ever thought, Dan, about building a full-size proton pack?
Oh yeah, that's definitely on the list.
Yeah, I want to as well.
I built earlier.
I've got just today.
Yeah, this is the
you got the
Hasbro Egon Spengler wand.
Yeah,
which is a 1-to-1 recreation of the wand from Afterlife.
Nice.
All right.
And I want to get a second one so that way I can leave this one as the Afterlife version and modify one to be a, earlier version without like the shotgun grip and the tape and stuff. But it's a magnificent piece. It's just wonderful, and has a really nice display stand.
It's quite nice. We've got a question for Jeff. Max says, I see an Ovation, a Telecaster, possibly a Martin and a Strat, but what's the one directly behind you?
I answered that with finger words, which I probably wasn't supposed to do. I did, but anyhow, it's an, I think it's pronounced Ibanez, but that's an Ibanez. That's the first one that I actually bought myself. That's an electric. It's not a very good guitar, really. It's kind of a low-end one, but it makes a lot of noise. It's tuned half step down, and it's got a Floyd Rose tremolo on it, if that means anything to anyone. But and it used to be, when I bought it, that thing was like burn your eyes fluorescent yellow, and it's mellowed down a lot. But if you take off the pick guard there, it's still that just.
It's kind of faded a little bit over the years.
Oh yeah, over the decades.
A little bit bright,
a little bit bright.
Carl's here making models. Good evening, Carl. Welcome.
Hey.
Graham's here. Sorry I'm late. No apologies necessary. We're just happy that you're here at all.
Yeah.
Lord Barkley says don't cross the streams. No.
Yeah, I only got one, so I'm good. I've also got a PK meter and a ghost trap sitting there.
Oh, neat. Oh, I'd love to make replicas of those.
The ones they have at Walmart right now are actually like pretty darn good.
Really?
They're good scale. Yeah, you can get kits to like update them, and I'll be doing all that later.
I have a couple of friends who have built full-size ones, slightly differently, and one of them, hers actually it'll actually pop off a flash bulb, because that's what they used in the original props. Apparently, like one of those cube flash bulbs for the Instamatic cameras way back then.
Yeah.
So she did hers like the absolute prop original, with as much original stuff as she could find.
In the trap?
No. In the pack, in the wand, at the end of the wand.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So it does the one flash and
that's it. I mean, she's got it to where she
flash,
can.
Yeah.
That must have been okay. Yeah, that must have told the effects guys where to animate over, I guess.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Maybe when it first keys on, there's a flash before the beam kicks out.
That could be.
That
could
that.
Or maybe it was to light up the area around it a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, it
this thing's
surprised
got
me.
Wonderful light and sound and all that.
Neat. I love stuff like that. I don't have those though.
Yeah, and they do such a good job with it. I'm so happy with that piece of equipment.
I'm really glad to see just the quality of props and toys and models just increasing so much, because it used to be, there's a couple of classic examples, like the Spock helmet from '77 or so that had nothing to do with Star Trek whatsoever. They just took a helmet with a lamp,
with a siren on top.
Yeah, with a siren on top, and it said Spock across it. It had nothing to do with anything.
Yep.
And now
it's canon now, though.
Oh, you got to be kidding me!
Thanks to Lower Decks, yeah.
Oh, no kidding! It was in Lower Decks.
First season of Lower Decks. They have so much fun with that. It's the best Trek show on.
Yeah, I've been catching up with it. I don't know if I watched this week's episode, or is it coming out on Friday? I don't remember.
Yeah,
but yeah, the one with the model kit was great. That was I think the most recent one I watched.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, it's the second season. It's one where he's building a model kit.
Great. Oh, gotta find it now.
I don't think I've seen that. Yeah.
Nah, we might be a week ahead of you then.
Yeah.
I don't know what episode it was, but yeah. Was that a saber eye scene? Says Graham. Were you talking about the Ghostbusters thing?
Maybe? I have one. Hold on. Let me get my saber. I have a saber.
Be a saber,
hold on. Yeah, there will be.
Twisted Rail says this week on Geek Talk. Yeah, Geek Talk and Nerd Talk. Yeah,
there's one. That's a real Graphics handle I lucked into.
So is this one.
Is it? You got a Graphics?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I just haven't done the mods yet.
Yeah, and then I got the Exactra TI. Hey, show us your sabers.
I got this one from the augmented reality thing.
Oh, really? They had them there?
It's over there somewhere, but it lights up for it to track it through the headset.
Yeah,
so
for the
beam out in your own mind, and you can.
I missed that. My wife went to it, and she said it was a lot of fun, but I didn't get to go to it.
No, this is a thing that.
Yeah, it was a thing you bought at the store.
Oh,
it wasn't like the VR.
I'm being summoned, so
you better
appear for a moment and leave you to talk to.
Yeah,
we'll
see what we can
nerd out for a little bit.
Let me ask you, how long ago did you get your Graphics?
Oh,
show us.
It was over a decade now.
Yeah, I got mine back before the price went incredibly.
Then there's the chassis I'm in the process of making for it that will have the electronics and everything. I like my sabers to be field strippable, so
yeah.
I'll have
I'll give you a plug to a buddy of mine. If you go to slothfurnace.com, there's a fellow in Austin who has machined insides. He was kind of one of the first ones to do a lot of that. And he does fantastic work. Yeah, Brad. at slothfurnace.com, and he does all kinds of little crafts and things, and he's amazingly good.
I've heard of him. Yeah. That's I know that name. I used to be real big on the replica, not replica props.
RPF?
The custom saber shop.
Okay. Yeah.
Forums.
Yeah. I'm not on that one, but I used to be on the RPF quite a bit, and that's a great site for people who might not know about it. The Replica Props Forum. If you like building anything, go check that out when you're not watching a gross models video, that is.
Mm-hmm.
So what else you got planned for yours? Mine, I kind of just left mine like this. I don't have any sounds or lights or anything, but I've made a couple of sabers for other people because they've requested some help.
Yeah, eventually my plan is to have it fully as operational as possible.
It's amazing the sounds and the light, the little circuit boards you can buy for them with the speakers, and they're loud, and you can get them that they make the clash sound when you collide it with something. Hey, he's back.
I am back indeed. Yes. The downside to Katie having moved out and it being just me and the wife in the house, is she's still in the background. Is that there's nobody else to pick her up when she falls over. So
oh no, hope she's okay. Hope you're all right, Gemma.
She's all right. She's still sitting on the floor, but she'll be all right. Yes. So did I miss anything important?
No. Nothing whatsoever.
All right. No extra chats appeared down there. Shall we have a look at the gallery now? Now we've had Max had time to put stuff in it.
To get my first one.
Yeah, I got one of them as well.
Got
the spare one of them that lives on my bench.
Yeah. So I got my first issue, so
nice.
I'll have to see how long I continue on with it. The credit card's kind of straining, but
if
I can get the first couple packs, I'll be satisfied. It would be great to be able to do the whole thing, but
it's nice that the first pack is just the head, and that works on its own, and it's just
the head and the foot.
Yeah, the foot's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, I haven't even bothered opening that one.
The next couple, you're like the hand and the arc reactor.
Yeah,
I'm even wearing the t-shirt.
Yeah, I saw. That's cool.
This is the free t-shirt from the Iron Man build. So yeah.
Oh wow, nice. Free.
Well, you say free. I mean the whole thing.
Nice.
Is not free.
Hey, that's nice.
Yeah, the Iron Man build is the one that I'm actually sending them money to send me. But the nice bit, the R2 thing, I'm still getting the free gifts for it and getting the free R2. So
wow, that's very cool.
Free R2, you can't beat that.
Free R2 and free Dodge Charger as well. So thank you very much, fan home, if you're watching. You're not watching.
Look at you.
Yeah, now I just need to contact Hero Collector and get them to send me everything. And it's not. Be nice, but no. I'm still considering the DeLorean.
Are you really?
I'm looking at it, and I keep seeing the ads come up because they know that I'm looking at it. And it's like, but
gotcha.
But the X-Wing's just finished. So, but no.
It's only a matter of time before something else really cool hits that you're going to want to do instead.
This is true. Yeah, I mean, cars aren't my thing. I don't build cars. I don't, I drive one, but I don't know anything about them. But the iconic character cars do something to me. I keep seeing ads for the Gone in 60 Seconds Eleanor thing as well. That doesn't do anything for me at all.
Now, is that the really, really old movie, or did they redo it? I remember Gone in 60 Seconds, maybe the mid-70s?
It's a Nicolas Cage movie, so...
okay. 80s or 90s, maybe.
Ron Howard was the one I was thinking of.
I don't remember who
he was young.
Did it, but...
Okay.
It's a nice-looking car, but it hasn't got the character that even the Dodge Charger has.
It doesn't have a thing for me as a character, like the Ecto...
I mean the Exo is definitely one.
I would love
DeLorean
to build
is
Kit.
Definitely one.
Yeah,
Kit's edging towards being one that I would.
I think it'd be cool if they would come out with a great big Mach 5.
Oh, that would be cool.
With all those gadgets and everything.
Yeah. Oh, that would
could actually really benefit from that scale.
Wow.
I think that would be neat.
I went to a con a couple of years ago, and somebody had one of those parked out front, and in the back, the trunk popped open, and of course there was Spritle and Chim Chim, or it was little, plushes of Spritle and Chim Chim.
Kid and a feral monkey.
Yeah, it didn't have any gadgets though, but it was really cool.
but still a cool looking car. I've got a kit of it right over there. I'm gonna do up eventually.
We have a fourth joining us this evening, just before we go to the gallery.
Wow. Hey,
Spinny! Forever.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Good to see you.
Apologies for my. I've been so exhausted recently. It's just ridiculous. For a young man such as myself,
it's terrible, isn't it?
It's just ridiculous. I blame the NHS completely because them being my employer and everything being so hectic and.
Blame all the sick people as well, because if they weren't there, then you wouldn't be so busy.
Damn all those sick people! How dare they?
Totally. Yeah.
How is everybody? How are we all?
Doing great, thank you.
Doing well.
Yeah, we're all fine.
Fabulous.
I continue to enjoy your watch videos, Spittick.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
I must admit, I can't watch them because I do it for a living.
I can understand.
That's quite understandable.
But I don't.
I could see you having them saved as like reference at some point.
I
Spitty worked on this one.
I don't, so it's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
No, I fully understand Chris's point though. It would be kind of like a busman's holiday thing.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah. Right, let's have a look. The gallery, a 2 weeks old gallery because it's been a while. Because last week obviously was game week. So let's have a look. I'll bring that across there, then I can still see it and see that and do things there. Right. This is from Steve. You could tell even before I said it, couldn't you? So,
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it looks quite small.
Yeah,
I recognize his laptop now.
Yeah, I don't recognize the laptop yet. And that's the big thing with
model bits all over it.
He is so good.
It looks very Halo to me.
Oh, yeah. Something that makes me think of Halo, and I don't even play computer games. So.
But obviously made from several different things. I can't tell. So far they look like model kit things to me rather than household items.
It looks.
But could be wrong. Roger has been building a real model kit. I don't know what it is.
That is the tracked section of the mole, which is right behind it.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is. Yes,
oh,
I've seen
cool.
more pictures of this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a rocket launcher. I caught that mole right away and went, that's the track part.
Wow. Oh, look at that.
I would love to build one of those.
Yeah, want. Oh.
Yeah.
Great work.
Thunderbirds, if anybody's confused. All individual tracks.
Nice.
Wow.
That's a nice high-end mole.
That always reminded me of the film with Peter Cushing. Is it called At the Earth's Core?
Yes. I had a Super 8 12-minute version of that before video came out. I just had a little film projector.
Such a good film. I mean, it was I mean, I watched that first as a kid. It would probably be cheesy as anything now. I've not seen it in years. But it was so fun. And
absolutely.
A lot of thought, even like the little crawler things on the side that, that help the vehicle down into the earth and everything. It's just so clever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Steve does say it's a Pelican variant from Scraps. So, yeah, see, it works. If people recognise it without the hints, then it's definitely working. Luke has, again, one thing. He got second place with his 4 elements thing that we looked at before.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Congratulations, Luke, for that. He's got more dioramas appeared later in the thing. I've seen them, but yeah. There we go. That's what happens when you put primer.
Primed up.
It just looks right.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it
that's
does.
So cohesive now.
Amazing.
That's a lovely little drop ship.
Is that the bigger one?
Yeah, I think we've seen that before from the engine shape.
The BBIs in the front line. Yeah.
Previous, but now it's all primed up and just looking sharp.
Isn't it amazing how just spraying it all one color?
Yeah. Just
look.
Just unifying the color scheme makes it one thing.
All of a sudden, it stops being, bubble bath containers and toothpaste tubes.
Yeah, this one I think that had googly eyes on it, and
more mole.
Great.
Yeah. There's the tracks all put together. Got some painting on the base.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Very good.
I want to see the Thunderbird 2 that fits into.
Yeah, that would be a little bit large, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be beautiful.
Very nice, though, isn't it?
That is nice. Wonder who makes that one, because that's a really nice version of that model.
The other question is, can it reverse back out of the hole in me? Or does it have to keep going?
Did in the show. It actually,
I don't know.
Yeah, it actually backed out, which I always thought was odd.
Right.
To me, it always it seemed like, okay, it should be able to drive up the ramp part and then reattach and lower down.
Yeah, you'd think it'd kind of have to.
Yeah.
It
almost looks. Yeah, it almost looks like they forgot that part of it. When they.
Yeah.
At first.
That would have been such a massively destructive vehicle, wouldn't it? Though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially if
there's no way of steering it either, is there? Because it's just going to go in a straight line.
Yeah. I've always been a sucker for drill tanks. I don't know why. It's just something about drill tanks have just always fascinated me.
Nice. I don't know what that is from Luke.
But
it's a new thing
that is a Cthulhu.
He's got another competition that he's doing. The booty deer, so it's got to have a booty in it. So he's going to paint this up.
Of course.
It looks like a resin print by the looks of it. Steve has got more stuff. Oh, there's something 3D printed over there. Look.
Yeah.
And a base that he's probably nicked from something else. That's definitely printed. What's that? That looks mole-like to me as well, but Oh no, it's been thruster engines for the bottom of some sort of giant platform.
Wow.
Engines are just a base.
Well, good grief, what is that? Oh, speaking of sort of bashed together stuff and everything, I saw a photo on one of the groups the other night, and it's an actual model and a ship that you can buy, which is an airbrush.
You're kidding. And it's a ship, but it's in the shape of an airbrush?
Basically, it's in the shape of a giant airbrush. It's got the slot at the side, like the type where you can draw the needle back, and the hole in the back and what have you. And I'm going to have to try and find it and share it with the group.
I do notice that looks like that's got a coloured paint on it as well now.
Yeah.
A great in-joke.
It's like a landing platform.
And he actually painted a model. It's not primer. That's actual paint.
That's real paint. That's not grey.
Yeah.
No.
She is wearing something.
It's probably green primer. We're fooling. It's
From just the print, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, Steve says, I acquired a 3D printed landing pad that I'm going to mess with. It came with a 3D printed cargo ship. So yeah, this is Luke painting up the whoever she is. For his next competition that he's obviously going to do very well in, because he always does.
Mm-hmm.
Good. The photos seem to be out of order by the looks of it, unless he's stripped it back down to silver or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's even got more paint and stuff on it. What's he been doing?
Oh man, that came out nice.
Can the real Steve stand up, please? Because I don't think he's been kidnapped or something. I don't think.
And it's shark mouthed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That is. And another one
as well.
Oh, he works quick.
Wow.
Oh, there's something wrong going on here.
Yeah, there's something definitely wrong. I think we need to sit around we need to check up and make sure that he's all right.
Oh, Wayland Yutani emblem on that one.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's great.
From the Alien universe.
Yeah.
Yellow W.
Chris.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens.
I recognise it now.
Definitely fits.
I like the replacement engine.
Yeah.
It just looks great.
Frankie, he's been priming a scooter.
Very cool.
Yeah. Very nice.
Luke, another diorama he's done.
I like that.
Yeah, historical recreation or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw this one. Yeah, there's food and bread and stuff on top. He's ladling it out. It's really nice. I saw some close-up pictures of it, and it looked really, really nice.
That's really good, yeah. I love little vignettes like this. They're
there's a story there.
And cram in such a tiny little place into such a small space. It's impressive.
Steve says he's going to use that to display finished models. So you've got to get some finished models then, Steve, apart from the two that we just saw.
Well, to be fair, it says finished models, not painted models.
Where's Pac-Man?
Oh, technically, yeah. He says, I got fed up for being bullied for not painting. Most of my builds got a different coloured engine. It's a trademark.
But we're proud of you. Those look really good painted up, man.
Peer pressure. Yeah, we twisted your arm.
Really good.
That's mine. There we go. That's the X-Wing.
Nice.
Oh,
that's it finished.
Look at that.
As I say, I'm going to return to it at some point and fix the little problems that are there and do some more weathering on it to make it a bit more uniform.
I think it looks quite nicely weathered, as is.
Yeah, I mean that's how it comes in the part work. So you can quite happily leave it like that.
Yeah, most people would take that and go perfect.
Yeah, I mean that looks very studio-like. It's not like your typical kit or like the toys that we had as kids.
Yeah, a lot of people are complaining about the canopy being the wrong colour.
Oh, really?
But it looks all right to me. I don't, they're all going to be different. And
I know it's supposed to be Red 5, isn't it? So I suppose some people are going to be up.
Yeah, I mean, officially it should be whatever it should be, but
I'm specific.
But then again, it doesn't. They don't say at which stage during its space journey it is.
Absolutely,
it could have replacement parts.
That's the Dodge up to date. That's as far as I've got on that, up to issue 22. With Iron Man looking on from the background.
The ones yet with the floor pans in there, that's coming along.
Yeah, that was the last bit that I've just done, is putting in the steering block in here, which is connected to the wheels. So you turn that and you can't actually see my mouse where I'm pointing at things. The bit on the left, just next to where it says gross models, is the steering coupling. The steering wheel will bolt onto that, I believe. And when you turn that, the wheels turn.
Yes. Hopefully a little bit higher up than it currently is. Otherwise, you'd have to bend down into the floor.
Yeah, it's the stunt car where they had someone hiding under in the wheel well to
to make it look like it's driving itself.
Yeah. Raging Water, Adam.
Hey, Adam.
On his all fix again.
Some spoke stuff.
Nicely done. It's some sort of hybrid machine, he said. I don't know him well enough to know what isn't original and what's been messed around with, but
I wouldn't know.
It looks good. That's all I know about.
Yeah.
So much fun to see a bunch of those on a game table.
Yeah.
Spend an afternoon rolling dice.
AJ's got some information on the mole thing. It says to reverse. They reversed the screw and 2 drive mechanisms down each side. It reversed out the hole onto the sled. For direction, they used the drive mechanism, the same as tank change direction. I didn't know it had things on the sides. It's got ladders, but they're obviously some sort of tracks.
Along the sides of the mole, they're actually like thin tank tracks to help push it. And the drill wasn't the whole thing. Otherwise, the whole body would just spin.
Well, good point.
Steve would totally turn the engine and gearbox into a spaceship for reasons.
We know you would. You'd do a heck of a job too.
This is Luke's latest diorama. It was something about something not being there anymore, or I don't remember. But he's done the figures deliberately in grey as almost like ghostly sort of.
Sand gets everywhere.
Sand gets everywhere. Yes, I saw that one earlier. Yeah. That's quite clever, that actually. I like.
It's a nice understated one.
Sort of like
adds an extra element to the story.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, he's a good still life storyteller.
I did. Absolutely. I saw another diorama some years ago with a similar kind of idea where they'd done the figures in grey, or it's like shaded grey, so they were like ghostly figures. That was a World War II one, but same sort of idea, and I think it's nice. It makes it a little bit different.
Yeah, it really does. We've got someone else come along. Rizdam Design, I assume. Rizdam, hello, welcome. I've not seen you in chat before. Apologies if I get your name wrong, but welcome. We're moving on to Edward has picked up the Daily Bugle Lego set. It's a bit big.
Oh yeah. I looked that one up. That thing has a ton of little miniature figures.
I think it's the most minifigs in any kit to date.
Right.
But,
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Daily
nice.
Bugle.
It's huge, but I'm
So
not a massive
How
Spider-Man
tall is
fan.
that then? I take it that's going to come with a whole ton of villains, super villains.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
right there on the
Checkerboard
box, you could tell
everybody.
there was just tons of them.
But yeah, there we go.
I couldn't recognize a whole lot of them, I think.
Yeah, I saw Sandman, Venom, and
Wow.
Electro right off
Octopus
the
has got to
bat.
be there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Doc
Wow.
Ock's got to be there.
Oh yeah, Doc Ock
He's
was on
awesome.
there too.
Yeah, but that's just nice, isn't it?
And a rat.
So cool.
Mhm.
Actually, yeah. Game of Bricks. Oh, so you was going to light it? Is that the lighting kit, maybe? Yes, that's
Yeah, I
the
know
lighting
there is
kit.
one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lighting kit for it.
Yeah,
Which, for something of that scale, yeah.
yeah,
Like
it's going to
that
be
sucker
quite
up.
impressive, isn't it? All the little bits and details in it, everything from donuts to yeah, very cool.
Edward says it's got Spider Ham in there too. That
Yes, yeah, I
makes
saw
it-
it. There's a picture of that coming up. Yeah,
that makes it very appealing to me if it's got Spider Ham. That's awesome.
If you have a Lego donut, how does it have the clip of it in the middle? Because it'd be a hole, wouldn't it?
It's
yeah. I
just
don't
the
know,
insert
maybe
part
it's
on
just got a
both
hole.
ends.
I don't know. I'm not sure why it's got a picture of Spider-Man on the wall behind him. I don't know what that is.
Maybe it's a TV screen.
Maybe it's a
that-
dartboard.
I know that one.
Is that an enormous telephone on the bench, on the desk?
Yes, that was
Uh-huh.
a normal telephone. Yeah.
It'd be like, have you seen Top Secret?
Yeah, where it's way oversized.
Huge telephone.
Yeah, a lot of reporters' desks and stuff.
Wow.
That's cool.
With little award guys on the windowsill. That was great.
Oh,
Oh,
little
Computer monitors,
details everywhere.
Bird on the outside.
bird and nest.
There we go.
There's Spider
There we are.
Ham.
Spider Pig.
I
Oh.
want to know why Spider Pig's got two faces on his
I
mouth.
don't
I'm
know.
not sure about that. I did worry about
It's-
that. I think
he
it's
always
like
has.
Yeah. And does the face on the nose have a nose with a face?
Ah, that's the question.
Oh, and
isn't
it's got Gwen in there too.
Oh, Spider Gwen. Wow, they went all out.
it? Yeah, there's
Black
quite a few.
Cat.
Sam
Oh,
Man
Doc
at the back
Ock is
there was-
awesome.
I see Aunt May,
Yeah.
Carnage. I think that's Blade over there.
Speaking of, is everyone excited to see the new Venom movie? Because I've got to admit I am.
I wasn't aware.
It's gonna be, I'm not going to bother going to the cinema for it, but yeah.
I'm quite looking forward to it. I really enjoyed the first one. I know a few people grumbled, but yeah, the
I
new
quite
one,
enjoyed it. It was quite good.
It looks good. Looks good.
Yeah, it looks
don't know
okay.
who that is.
Oh, Firestar! Oh my god!
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
No, I didn't know that.
Dan won that
is-
round.
From Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. It was a cartoon in the
I
late
remember
'70s, early '80s.
that
where
was
it was-
on the TV here in the UK as well.
Yeah, Spider-Man and
That's where a lot
Firestar
of
and
the
Iceman were
cartoon
roommates.
News come from, isn't it?
And hilarity ensued.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
weird, but
Graham's
I
got
love
a
it.
new work area.
Oh, look at that
Nice.
bench. Oh,
It's
so nice.
downscaled, but got a chair.
So envious.
Adam went to Goblin Gaming and ended up buying stuff.
Cool.
Good man.
That's what he bought, the Orc Battle Wagon, the one that I built.
Ah,
Really enjoyed doing that. And that's it. Someone said they're going to put something up, didn't they? I shall refresh and find out. How do I refresh? I just have to refresh the page when I click the refresh button. Nope, nothing new appeared in there.
Okay.
So if you did put something in, whoever it was that was going to put something in, it didn't take. Try again. Or maybe you didn't put it up as a picture. If you try to share a page or something, that doesn't work when I go through the gallery as looking at the pictures. Because I go through looking at the pictures. Athol says to Spid that American donuts don't have holes in the middle, as I recall from cop shows. Well, we've got two Americans here.
We do.
I'm assuming that
normal glazed donuts, yes, they have holes in the middle. There are, in fact,
the whole idea is it's only jam donuts that don't have holes.
Exactly.
Right.
If it's a filled donut, it wouldn't. There's all kinds of donuts. There's every shape you could imagine. We have the torus-shaped donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know about a torus-shaped donut. That would be
just standard donut. A torus.
Ah, right. Okay. I was thinking a Mobius for some reason.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I'm sure someone's tried it.
I'd buy a box of those. Yeah, Mobius donuts. There's a business plan.
I love
one side of it. I don't know.
Steve's comment after we were talking about Luke's lovely thing. Oh, so Luke can do things in gray and it's arty.
Yes. Well, it's a double standard, of course.
He selectively left things gray. The rest was all actually painted in.
That's a point well taken. Yeah.
Only a little bit of it was gray.
Purposeful, not just.
Years and years ago, I did a photography class, and the guy that took the class was showing us examples of famous photographs throughout the years. And there was one particular famous photograph, and it was a couple walking alongside a pond in a park in Paris somewhere, and it was artistically blurred. And you've got the blurry motion of the couple, but the whole photo was a little bit kind of out of focus. And he was explaining how the whole thing was a deliberate thing and it was artistically blurred. At which point he stopped and he said, and that is not an excuse for all of you to go out next week, take photos and just blame any blurry ones on artistic license.
I was half expecting you to say then one of the kids got up. I was half expecting the story to end with one of the kids get up and adjusted the focus on the projector.
It's funny actually, because one of my favourite photos, which much to my annoyance ended up with motion blur, was a photo I took when I was in France for a relative's wedding some years back, and we were sat at a cafe eating, and I was just taking photos of people as they were meandering about the square and what have you. And one that was really good, sadly, was I'd got all my settings to cock, and it had got motion blur on, and it still looks kind of good. It would have just looked better if I'd have known it was deliberate. That's the thing. Sadly, it wasn't.
That's the trouble with iPhones and things like that. You can't get motion blur like that because of the rolling shutter. It just sort of steps things around.
Yeah, you get the legs there and the body up there.
Yeah, that was the thing with film photography, is you didn't know what you really had until you developed it.
Exactly,
well, that's the beauty. That's one of the things that's quite fun about it. And when you try a new camera, I mean, I've got quite a few old film cameras, and I still have the chemicals and bits and bobs to develop black and white.
Still, really? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, I love film photography. When it comes to black and white, you cannot get the look and feel.
That's right. Yeah.
On digital that you get from film, because certain types of film just have a gorgeous look about them. They really, really do. Ilford films, Ilford black and white films are just there's just something about the look you cannot replicate it with digital. I've got quite a few old film cameras, and when the mood catches me, I'll actually load up a roll of film and go out and just take some photos, and then they're dead easy to develop. I use a chemical called rodinal, which is you do a thing called stand development, and you quite literally you put the chemical, you load the film into the canister, you put the liquid in, and then once every 15 minutes you just invert it, put it back right, and you leave it for an hour. And then you dump the developer, you stop and fix it, and that's it, done. Whereas all the other chemicals, you have to time it precisely. It has to be constantly inverted, or you have to put it in a machine that rotates it. So it's great. It's absolutely great, and it's nice not knowing exactly what you're going to get until
Yeah.
When I did that, it was well, I'm glad that they still make those chemicals. You can still do it, but it was the developer, and then the stop bath, and the fixer, and then you had to time it.
What's still out there? It is. That's actually quite an interesting thing. I'd sort of said jokingly about talking about a book I was reading, but there's a bit in this book. It's a post-apocalyptic thing. It's a detective crime thriller, and ordinarily, as soon as I read the words post-apocalyptic, I go, oh no, pass. But this one it's called it's a series of books. It's called Policing Post-Apocalyptic Britain, and it's after artificial intelligence has taken over, almost destroyed humanity, and destroyed itself in the process, and then the humans have started rebuilding, but they've effectively gone back to the steam age. So the reason Britain's mobile is because we had steam trains in museums. So somebody, got them out of the museums, got them all working again, and what have you. And the country's slowly building itself back up to being a manageable working country. And they've started to be able to travel and find out places all throughout the world are in a similar situation. And one of the things that it mentions is a character who's not seen any of the old world sees a few things, and or they see a computer, they see a laptop, and say, "What's that?" And this detective, this old detective's like, "Oh, that's a computer." And they're like, "What?" But a computer's like a huge bulky box, and they think this because the only surviving photographs of computers are big bulky boxes. Because, of course, after the development of digital photography,
it's all gone.
Digital.
It's all gone. All of the digital imagery that was around on the net and everywhere else is finished. So you've only got genuine old photos. So you've got a huge blank gap where digital photography took over. I thought that was kind of a clever little.
That's interesting.
That's quite cool. There was a series a few years ago. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was Revolution, where there was something that basically turned off electricity. Electricity wasn't possible anymore.
The horror.
And this was the story of, several years afterwards, sort of thing. And it that sort of thing does make you think, how would we survive without everything?
Yeah.
How much do you know, or how much can you find out without the internet as to, survive? Can you make a fire?
Much.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a terrifying thought. I mean, again, it covers everything in this book. The detective in the second book that I'm on to just now, he is talking to a young sort of cadet constable, and they mentioned that he has a phone, a cell phone, and he explains that he's acquired it from somebody who's taken to finding and collecting these old things, and they've obviously got generators and such so they can charge them up, but they're essentially used as cameras because as sort of digital recording devices, because that's all they're good for. There's no cell phones.
Yeah, there's no towers. So yeah.
But it's it sort of in between all the detectiving stuff and this plot that's going on, it starts talking about how they're coping with various things, because it's not until you start reading and you think, oh, of course, you wouldn't have that, and you wouldn't have that, and you wouldn't have this, and you couldn't just pop online and check that. You couldn't just flick a light switch on. It's quite terrifying, really, how dependent we've become.
Oh yeah, completely.
And technology. It really is.
Yeah, I've heard the best group here that would have a shot would probably be like the Amish, or people like farming communities that are.
But I mean, even communications, because in this book they communicate via telegram, which goes they've got they can send things down wires because they put up a telegram network with wires and things. But prior to that, it would be things delivered by a steam train, mail delivered by a steam train. Whereas now we're used to information being like that,
right?
I was talking to one of my one of my bosses today, who works between various offices bouncing around the place, and while he's talking to me, it's like, oh yeah, I'll just send you that information on the email, ping, and while I'm talking to him, the phone's pinging, and there it is. He was obviously sat at a desk at the time and just zap that over via email. And it's there in a second. Whereas, what did we do before that? If you were fancy, you'd get a fax of something if it was written, And then other than that, you just have to wait for somebody to post something to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or call
I mean, you imagine something like Corona when communication wasn't there, electricity wasn't there.
Oh, crikey, yeah.
I mean, as you say, the only way of contacting people was to go to contact them, and that's just spreading things.
When you think about it, when the Spanish flu pandemic happened, I mean, the public, the general public, would have been completely reliant on radio and television broadcasts to spread their news, and even then, they probably.
Well, wait a minute, TV wasn't quite around then.
I was going to say they wouldn't have had much in the way of TV, would they?
No, yeah.
No.
Radio, maybe, and newspapers,
Yeah, newspapers and radio.
Yeah, it would have been print and radio.
Yeah. And there would have been no
would have been for
all the anti-maskers to rant on. I mean, what would they have done? Written a strongly worded letter to the newspaper saying, "I have right."
Yeah.
What would you do sitting at home all day with no Netflix or streaming or Hangouts or YouTube? It's like
I'd have to go into this room behind me with all the books I've bought and never read and start on those. It's horrible.
You're sort of equivalent to Chris back in the Spanish flu pandemic. What they'd have had to do is like hire the local village hall and get loads of people to come and watch.
I wouldn't hire. I'd just go.
You'd have a town crier. Yeah.
I'd get my orange box and put it in the corner and stand on top of it.
That's it. And just make something up.
Town crier wandering around. Oh yeah, live stream.
Although that does make having hundreds of followers a little bit more creepy.
Yeah.
It does indeed. Yes.
Athol says when we had foot and mouth back in the 60s, government advice was by Postie.
Yeah, there you go.
Postie and radio, that'd be it.
Right, yeah.
No.
Carl says you'd be too busy hunting and gathering to survive. Yeah, you get people to do it for you. You'd delegate things. You'd find a person that was good at hunting, and they do the hunting for 5 or 6 people or families.
Yeah.
There's still
you need them in milk or whatever, or stuff that you've gathered, and we'd work. We'd get it round.
There's now you'd need electricity, of course, but in the U.S. in the amateur radio community, there is still, and this goes back like to World War II or something, but there is a net and a protocol for communicating messages to be transferred from one place to another, and it basically starts out with somebody giving a short written message to an amateur radio somewhere. Operator somewhere, it getting routed via high frequency radio to wherever it kind of needs to go, and then somebody at the end is to write it down and then deliver it to that person. And they still do practice things on that they still do practice ones on that. I haven't heard one in a little bit, but they do them every week.
That could be a horrendous game of Chinese whispers, couldn't it?
It is, yes. It's really interesting to listen to, but they've got it, they've got it down to a science. But the thing is, they're short messages.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I used to know Morse code, but I wouldn't know. I know like 3 or 4 letters now, but that's it. But again, it's one of those things that you don't need now and never will likely. But if civilization goes down, then something like Morse code, knowing that. And
absolutely. I mean, the one thing everybody kind of knows is the SOS one,
right?
Yeah.
That I recently picked up.
Here it is. Here's Morse code.
You've got it there just in case.
Well, I have a key and a paddle and a ham radio too.
It's automatically built in for an SOS signal.
Oh, look at that!
That's cool.
No. Hey, so Speedy, something's wrong with your flashlight. It's
set it and just set it down and point it in the direction you think somebody's watching.
It's actually because I thought it was just flashing when I first got it. It cycles through.
It's actually SOS.
Like, an ordinary beam, a slightly dimmer beam, the SOS signal. Then it's got a UV beam, and then it's got a little.
Oh wow!
Wow. Yeah, and then it's got a lantern on the side.
That's quite cool.
That's really nice.
A white light there, a red light, or a flashing red and white light.
Oh, in case you want to pretend to be police,
or you want to start a rave.
You it on the base so you can stick it to your car roof while you do that.
Sounds like a fine idea.
That's really nice.
Yeah, with the flashing at first, I thought, why is there a flashing light? And then it's blinking. Hang on a minute, that's Morse code.
Wow.
Be even better if it had a little keypad on the side and you could program in whichever message you want.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I do like torches. I have connected torches in the past.
Morse code programmer, bring pot noodles.
You do it. You do it.
Just the green ones, yeah.
Chicken and mushroom.
Carl says there'll be plenty of magnets and lots of copper wire around on bicycles. Be easy to make a pedal-powered generator. Yeah, how many people could actually make one? And you understand
generator?
It's all wire and magnets, but
just get a motor and run it backwards
and a power supply.
Get some diodes to make a rectifier. You could do that.
Yep.
There, look, there's a paddle. See, that's dit and da are separate.
Oh,
separate
that's getting
ones.
faster. Yeah.
That's for being
See, I'd be able to read Morse code if it was very, very
slow
and I had Morse code written down.
No. You can. I have a lathe in the garage and some rudimentary. I don't have a mill yet. I want one. Some people make them. I've kind of designed some because now I've got a 3D printer and a resin, FDM printer and a resin printer too. But these are professionally bought. Matter of fact, this is a Speed X key, which that's U.S. Navy from long time ago.
Oh, that.
Yeah, I've seen them using things like that in submarine films and.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, the guy.
That's it. Yep. And when I got my ham radio license, you had to know Morse code.
Yes. Can I ask, is it essential?
You don't have to anymore.
That they have to hold their earpiece. They
That's
always do that in the films, don't they?
That's the whole key to it. Yeah, it makes it much easier.
Even when you're just FBI following somebody and you get the
right
to do
you gotta,
that.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah. I'm just talking into my.
It's another film trope.
That's right.
It's another film trope in that. You make a bomb, it's got to have a countdown timer on it.
Absolutely.
And it's got to beep as well. Because of
course, it has to beep. You have to use specific coloured wires for different bits.
There's a convention for the coloured wires.
A bomb, I would put a timer on it. But I would have it blow up at like 3 minutes and 15 seconds on the timer. Because
you just anything above 2 seconds and you're safe, because that's kind of like the movie thing, isn't it?
Yeah, they always let it get down to that. So don't do that. Have it blow up at 15 hours and 6 days and in front. And yeah, but you've got to have flashy lights and beeps because obviously they're necessary.
Or just have times just randomly change on it. It just randomly picks different time zones.
Countdown time, and just random numbers up. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, right. Yes, I'm getting warm. I'm gonna call it a night. Athel says I failed my army apprenticeship as I could not understand Morse code, so I joined the RAF instead.
There you go.
Sounds fair. Yeah.
Just before you disappear, Chris, I am going to stick up a photo of that airbrush spaceship which I found. It's called Architect. So if I can actually find my desktop, I nabbed a picture graph off the internet. And I'm just going to...
But B3 says there was a nuclear fallout shelter called Guardian underneath Manchester City Centre. Sadly, by the time they finished building it, it was obsolete. It used to be able to go down through the exchange I worked in, but it's all blocked off now. There must be so much underground that we don't know about.
Yeah. Well, especially in the UK. I mean, during the war, there was so much devastation on top of they had to. There was. I've seen all sorts of stuff.
Underground stations that are like abandoned, they're ghost stations that they just don't use for anything. The trains go past them. All the lights are out. You don't know you've gone past them. But it's like, why would it be lovely to go there?
Over a door.
The only problem, of course, is loads of spooky, horrible things happen down there. I've seen plenty.
You posted it in the group. I thought you were just going to share it on here. Just share it on here.
Yes, I just posted a picture of that spaceship thing.
I see you just posted it in there, but don't. It's in the group. But bring it up on here. Click on the share button down the bottom there. And point yourself towards it on your desktop, and you can share it directly.
Hang on. You put me under pressure. I've not done this before.
And people can see it. It's great. It's teaching you new tricks.
Oh, where's my thing gone?
I don't want to know about that.
Oh,
but we can't advise.
Okay.
Make sure you've got nothing incriminating or embarrassing on your share screen, though, because
Okay. Is that working? I don't know.
It's there. It's sharing a thing. It's sharing us actually, but that's not really what we want. That looks like it. I shall add that to the stream. There we go. Oh yeah.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
It's
That's
got
an actual model kit you can get.
It's a 1/3000th scale plastic model kit. Obviously, 1/3000th scale not being 1/3000th of an actual airbrush.
Yeah,
right.
Presumably.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be ship size, except.
Isn't that the coolest
I'm
thing?
assuming the little lights are going to be windows, aren't they? So.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and then you've got the power generator in the. Oh, that is amazing.
That'd be a favorite at a model show.
Isn't that cool? I meant to share it when I saw it the other day. How can I stop? Oh, stop sharing. There we go. I meant to show it to share it to the group the other day, but I was at work at the time, and it was kind of forgot about the whole thing until they just mentioned spaceships and
that's quite nice. I do like that. Yeah,
it's good.
Right, so that's it. Thank you all for joining me. It's been great. Thank you, Speed, for coming along and joining. Jeff and Dan, obviously, as well. It's nice to have you in for every so often. Next week, we shall return to the House of Da Vinci. So, again, you're welcome to come along and join in if you like, Speed. The invite is open to the gang as Matt, as well as these two who are. They've got to come in. They've got no choice. They started it, so they've got to finish it. So
it's in the contract.
I actually have to catch one of those because though I'm not much of a game person, it does sound.
These are really fun puzzles.
Yeah, good.
Sometimes really frustrating.
I think you'd like them.
Yeah.
I have bought the sequel to that other prison thing one.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but yeah, the sequel to it came out, and I bought it. I loaded it up and thought, yeah, that sounds confusing. So once we finish Da Vinci, we can carry on with that.
I want to put a formal complaint to anyone who will listen while I'm here. I've been so bloody exhausted lately. I've not even done the latest Iron Man.
Did you get your T-shirt?
They've been sitting here like a week or something.
Oh my, Spitty!
Did you get your free T-shirt with it, Spid?
No, that was the one before.
Right.
The new T-shirt. I got the T-shirt with the one the week before. But I'm a little bit annoyed because I got a hole in it. I've not even got around to complaining about that yet. So hopefully
it needs a hole in it, otherwise you can't get your head out.
And an extra hole.
Cut your own hole.
Extra to the bottom, the top, and the arms.
Right. Mine hasn't.
Just be a pillowcase.
But it's got like some sort of down near the bottom. There's a distinct, quite large hole, and it's also got the thread coming out of one of the arms. So I'm going to grumble about that and hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
But I've not even got around to doing that. And like I said, this latest batch. Episodes 31 to 34, is it? Yeah. They've been sat there for about a week with me looking at them thinking, God, I wish I wasn't so knackered. And I could build them.
But now you're not so knackered tonight. You can do them now.
Yeah. And it's just obviously setting up the camera and everything as well, so I can film it. It's just,
Well, get into it, because people
hopefully this weekend.
Yeah. We missed your videos, Spitty.
Yeah, it's going to be another busy day tomorrow, but hopefully this weekend.
Good. Hopefully.
Right. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for watching us, because otherwise we'd just be chatting to ourselves. It's nice to have the feedback from the chat and comments and things, as well as your pictures in the gallery, which is down the bottom of the screen there. Look, you can still go and join it at any time. Post your pictures up. In a couple of weeks' time, we'll come back and look at them again. But as I say, next week we shall be returning to the House of Da Vinci. I don't remember what we got to. It all got confusing. We went through time and had our balls taken away, but then
I beg your pardon?
I don't remember. Yeah, you have to watch.
You'll have to tune in.
I think there's only one chapter left, or maybe two. I can't remember, but we're approaching the end of the story when things start to hopefully all slide into place.
Right.
So come along and join in the story then. We might need help from chat to solve some of the puzzles as well, because Saturday night I should be doing Control.
Make the puzzles harder.
We could make, last week I was just knackered. I didn't feel like doing Control, so I went to bed instead. I didn't stream that because that'd just be boring and weird. But this week I shall be playing some Control at 11 o'clock UK time. It's Saturday night. No plans for Sunday. I keep meaning to go back and do some more power washing over on the Team Annette channel.
Yeah, they've released more stuff for that.
They have. There's been updates for that, 2 or 3 updates for that since I played it last. So I might try and screw some of that in on Sunday. I don't think I've got anything else planned, and I should have finished all my part work editing by then. So you never know. Keep an eye on this and the Team Net channel for more updates and fun. Everyone's saying good night, everybody. Gemma's saying good night. I'm going to go and make sure she's not falling over again. So, yes, thank you all for watching. I shall find the closing video and close the video. Where is it? It's there somewhere. It's the one that says ending movie. It might even work. So, thanks to the 3 of you for joining me, and thanks everybody
for the invitation.
Bye bye all. Good night. Stay safe. Stay cool.
Bye.